The students of the SLW616 Law and Economics, Karibusana, welcome to my today class. Yes, anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen so that I am with you and you are with me. Both are sailing the same boat or the vessel or ferry to reach to the destination. Anyone can unmute and read. Of course, here I wrote the good morning, namaskar and other things because I would like to post it tomorrow also because it is more informative for the law students, either LLB or LLM or PhD. Summarizing the thousands of the empirical studies, the general consensus is taken the following: essentials, virgule, variables, virgule, elements, virgule, ingredients are found for the cause of crime. Number 1, police. Number 2, imprisonment. Number 3, capital punishment. Number 4, gun laws. Number 5, income. Number 6, income inequality. Number 7, unemployment. Number 8, miscellaneous, like crime and other variables. For example, education or various demographic variables such as age, gender, and race. These are the everywhere or anywhere in the world. The empirical studies, they made it by the different people in the different places in the world. They summarized in that way. Yeah, let me continue it because a little glitch was there and we rectified. Now you could see on the screen, participants, are you hearing me? Now you could see on the screen the economics of crime and punishment, and the last point 2.6 is the economics of the legal process. In the next week that I am going to wind up this total course. Now, let us go to the point of our study is concerned, and we told you that what we are going to deal today, and we already opened. Let me check it whether I opened or not. Yes, if you see this one, yes, economic model and crime. Yes, now I opened. Yeah, now you could see the file on the screen. Participants, could you see the file on the screen? Say yes or no. It is a very important topic. The empirical studies of the economic model of crime, they said prediction from the economic model of the crime has been tested in a great number of empirical studies. However, these empirical studies face several challenges. And the first, although the economic model or crime is based on the individual rational choice, the data available to empirical researchers is based on the level of the aggregation ranging from the countries and states down to the municipalities and the campuses. Thus, empirical results can tell us only about the general deterrence of effects on the people in general rather than the effects on an individual's decision making. And the second point I would like to emphasize is extremely difficult to identify the causal relations between empirical studies of crime. And it's very difficult to find out what are the causes of the crime, why the people will indulge in the crime, why the people will commit the crime, what is the necessity of them making them, any other factor will influence them to do so, or whether they are the keech or insane persons. For example, in testing the relationship between the imprisonment and crime, one may find a positive relationship. What is that? Imprisonment and crime increase together or decrease together. So now, based on this result, some scholars may conclude that prison increases crime, when in fact, positive relationship may attribute to the higher crime rate, producing more potential prisoners. Now the question comes over there. When the laws are more over there, whether the crime rate will be reduced or crime rate will be increased. If you happen to see the prisoners, and most of them are the uneducated. Very few people are there, those who are the master holder, a degree holder, or a PhD holder, or postdoctoral one. Of course, such persons may commit also the crimes, but they are not the blue collar crimes, they are the white collar crimes. Is it clear? Participants, are you following me? So controlling for the factor that lead to the high crime would solve the problem, but it's impossible to quantify and control for every factor. So omitted variables based can be problem. More recent empirical studies, I don't know whether you know what is meant by empirical studies. Empirical studies means approaching the people, a target group, asking them the first-hand information, making the research by asking the questions or by filling the questionnaires, mostly direct face-to-face. From the horse mouth, you could get the information from the targeted groups. So that is called the empirical study. That is called practical studies. For example, by taking the advantage of the exogenous changes in imprisonment level, such as a court ordered prison releases and could not be caused by the crime. Of course, the different author has given the different modes. Of course, it is given in the Quarterly Journal of the Economics in 319 within parenthesis 1986. Then the third challenge is, because first challenge we discussed, second challenge we discussed, this is the third challenge, we would make it out. It is difficulty in distinguishing the incapacitation and the deterrence. Incapacitation is the real way or the deterrence is the real way. And I already told you what is incapacitation. Suppose if any person committed a rape, R-A-P, rape, the punishment is kata imbili pumbu, means cut his 2 testicles. That is called incapacitation. And deterrence, such a person, a deterrent punishment would be given for the life imprisonment. It is a deterrence punishment. So the economic model of the crime assumes that the increase in the imprisonment increase the expectation cost of the crime and deter some individual from the committing the crime. I am not propagating the barbaric way of the punishment, but I am only theoretical point of view. I am making the things. If a man commit a rape, if any man committed a rape, suppose the punishment is cut the 2 testicles of a man. Say that even he could not commit a crime, rape, in the dream also, because he knows life is zero when these 2 testicles were severed. So that is the point which I want to make it out. See, theoretical point of view, I am not saying any other things. However, in empirical finding that increase the imprisonment care associated with the decrease in the crime rate not be evidence of deterrence. Crime could also be decreased because more criminals are behind the bars due to the increased imprisonment. So another school of thought is that if the hardcore criminals are imprisoned behind the bar, then who is going to commit the crime? Because the noted, all the people are behind the bar. So the crime rate is automatically will be reduced. If it is increased also, it will not increase to that extent where the hardcore criminal committed such an offenses. Although the end result is the same, the rational choice model assumes that the individuals can be deterred from the committing the crime. Even the deterrent punishment would be there. For instance, committing a rape, it is a punishment is life imprisonment. If such a deterrent punishment would be there, thus if the entire decrease in the crime, yes, definitely there is a decrease in the crime was caused by or it can be also done incapacitating the criminals. I told you just what is meant by incapacitation. Make him an eunuch, make him a person who could not use his organ for the BBC. So this would not confirm the prediction of the economic model of crime. So here I have given there are various other challenges that involves the correct variables to control for the empirical analysis are concerned, in particular methodology to employ, and other sophisticated empirical questions or methods would be applied to know what are the variables for the causing of the crime. Nevertheless, the awareness of the methodological problem and easier access to the various statistical methods and have gradually led to the more sophisticated empirical studies that address the several of these challenges. So in the world, they made a study or their empirical study, and they summarized it by following the thousands of the empirical studies, and they will make the following 7 to 8 ingredients or the variables or elements or cause for the committing a crime. So, Fidelis Kitenge, I told you that I will start my classes 9:10, and it is a very important class, and you came now, but it doesn't matter. Late is better than never. So now, then the first ingredient which I have shown is police. If the police is more, if the police is recruited more, and everywhere you could see the police, and nobody could dare enough to do a crime. So that is the means the majority of the empirical studies and find that policing level have a large negatives relations with the crime, and they'll say more police means less crime, because everywhere they could be seen. Even Chuani also they can be seen. Even the latrine side outside also they could be seen at the time. And in any nook and corner, if the police will be seen over there, naturally nobody would have the dare enough to do so, because police is having their own safety measures. Number one. Number two, they do have their own weapons that to be loaded. Immediately they can take an action. They can incapacitate you or they can fire at you so that you cannot commit such an offense on the spot, because police is everywhere. So number one, if the police department has recruited the many police, crime rate would be reduced. So that is one of the variable. Is it clear, Vidali?
Clear, Prof. Clear.
The second is the imprisonment. The most studies find that imprisonment has also negative effect on the crime rates. Some of these effects due to the deterrence and some due to the incapacitation. I already told you. Deterrence means suppose the rape is committed, then life imprisonment. That is deterrent. Is it clear?
Clear, Prof.
Then what is incapacitation? I already told. What is incapacitation? If any person committed a rape, then incapacitation means kata.
Probably sending the offender into jail. That means he cannot commit more offenses.
Already I told you, if you send to the jail, that is a deterrence. I'm asking you, what is incapacitation?
Incapacitation. Pass, Prof. Probably.
I told you several times this thing. If a person has committed a rape, the punishment is kata imbili. Pumbu, testicles. That is the incapacitation. If a person has committed a theft with the right hand, kata.
Then, Prof, that was the only means of punishing offenders during all the times. But currently,
I said for our theoretical purpose, I am speaking.
Okay, Prof, I get you.
If the rape is kata imbili pumbu, if the stealing is there, if you stolen any property with the right hand, then kata.
Kata the right hand.
Right hand. That is called incapacitation. Do no doubt, the human rights people say it is a barbaric punishment. Is it clear?
Yes, clear, Prof.
We are referring the causes of the crime, how it can be controlled. It is not my study. 1,000 empirical studies done in the world, not in Tanzania.
Okay, Prof.
In the world, I said. So, the distinction between the deterrence and incapacitation, it will deal upon which can be followed and which cannot be followed. So, this is also a good way of controlling the
To crime.
Crime. Even if the Kata Imbili, if he knows it, he cannot commit a crime, rape in the dream also. Is it clear?
Sure. Clear, Prof.
Yes. The third is capital punishment. The effect of the capital punishment continues to be the hotly debated. Many countries has abolished the capital punishment, but not India and Tanzania. No. And most of the countries say capital punishment should be there. Otherwise, people will kill the people like a indege, bird, animals, cuckoo. Is it clear?
Clear, Prof.
Hence, it should be there, capital punishment. So other argues that deterrence finding the expressly sensitive to the methodological choice of the empirical analysis, but overall, the majority of the countries, they say capital punishment should be there. There is a tendency to conflate the findings. Even South Africa abolished it, but doesn't matter. India, like people, they kept it. It is a very good example to the other people, because if the fear of the court is not there, if the fear of the deterrence is not there, people will not do such a thing. If the fear is there, they will not do. If the fear is not there,
What they will do.
suppose if I don't say, there is no examinations. Depending upon your performance, you will be awarded the degree. But what is the criteria you use it? Whether you are eligible for the degree or not. And hence, there is a theoretical examination, there is a test, there is a presentation, there is a take-home examination, there is a memorial examination, and there is a final examination, and the participation in the class also will count, and the people, those who are regular to the class also will count, because there is a provision for the 5%, mean 5 marks. 5 marks for the class participation. And the assignments, take-home examinations, presentations, final examination. Suppose if there is no final examination, do you have the fear that you have to read well and do the things? Answer, no. Because unless until a panga hanging over your neck, sema Kingereza?
A panga hanging on someone's neck.
Student's neck for the examination. Then the student will read, he will not sleep. Is it clear?
Clear, Prof.
If such a fear is not there, nobody would read. It's a human tendency. Yeah, now gun laws. Fourth is the effect of the gun laws. On crime also hotly debated. Some studies have found that evidence that laws allowing the citizen to carry the concealed handguns decrease the crime or not. Suppose the guns are sold like a bamia, chungu, pangu or tungu, tangu. Najua tangu?
Cucumber.
Ndio, cucumber. There are two types of the tangu is there. One, you can pika machuzi. Another is you can use it as a raw to take it like a carrot.
Which are they? But till now, I know 3 kinds of cucumber.
Yeah, cucumbers are 2 types are there. One, you can use as a raw, you can eat. Another is you can pika. Either pikaki or changanya nyama.
What about the local cucumbers?
No, the mrefu tangu is only kula raw. A round and yellow color cucumber is there. A round and yellow color cucumber is there. That is for the mchuzi or pika. Okay, now I will finish. If the time left over, then I will show you in the image. The cucumber we can cook. Okay, now guns are allowed like a vegetables on the market, matching us or selling it. Can the crime rate will be reduced or crime rate will be increased?
Will be increased.
Crime rate will be increased. So gun laws should be very much strict. No one keep the gun except a business tycoon, and that to be for the safety of his life. And
Yes, Prof. Then to that aspect,
politicians, a big Samaritans, they can take the license from the government. Security for them. Even they could have the gunman also.
sure, Prof. To
So
that
now
point,
that is the gun laws. So gun laws should be very much strictly would be there. The gun should not be available to any person. Income.
sure.
Yes. No systematic relationship appears between the various measures of the income and the crime. Indeed, several studies find that the legitimate wages and an opportunity cost of the crime was associated with a low crime rate. And if really the people income is more, they don't commit the crime. If the very disparity would be there, they try to commit the crime.
Sure.
For instance, a woman and man, casual labor, definitely there will be a difference. A man will get the more minimum wages and a woman get the less minimum wages because women cannot do the hard work, more hard work, like carrying a bag, a rice bag over the back. But a man can carry the rice bag over the back. Am I right?
Yeah.
A cement bag, a sugar bag, ungo ingano, michele. So what I want to say is income variation is more over there than people would like to commit the crime. So better you give a good income to the police department, salary, a good income to the muallimu, a good income to any doctor, and at the time, and they don't indulge in the committing such an activity. So this ambiguity results in likely to do the fact that the income measures used represent the benefit not only for the legal activities but also for the illegal ones. Suppose if anybody's income is very good, I don't think that he will take the takrima. And whose income is very less and he is trying to take the takrima or bribe. Am I right? Sir, everybody takes the bribe, sir, here because bribe is in their blood. Is it clear?
Sometimes, yes, Prof.
But all the people will not. No. Some people say no. Because our income should be halali. It is a halal income. We don't want a haram income. Means the thing which comes easily. No. Whatever the work I did it, that much amount will be paid to me. That is enough. And there is no necessity of my taking the today 10 class because I don't want to teach 3 hours at a time. I want to give the justice to my student because when I'm getting the money, I should have work hard and see that I should have give something to the people and the people should not forget me. At least they could understand that the Molimu really he teaches hard and teach us also in the same way. And he wants to see that like a Molimu Sharbaro. Am I right?
Yes,
Sir,
Prof.
you're blowing your own pipe. You're drumming your own self. Is it? Speak.
Clear, Prof. I'm speaking, by the way.
Anyway, that I don't want in that way. Whatever the amount I get it, I want to see that justice should be done to the students. That's my intention. Okay. Hence, there is a lot of dissimilarity is there. More profitable targets of the crime. Crime also becomes more attractive if these mechanisms are at work simultaneously and the relative strength is not universally constant. Suppose if you reach your particular target and if you increase your target, the commission should be given to you. Then the people work hard and they don't commit any bribe because you are making them to reach to the highest level of the product selling in the market. And a people, those who teaches you so much strong and effectively, with enthusiasm, with a determination to see that the students should learn something. And there is a best teacher award also given by the university or by the state. Is it not the incentive?
It's an
Answer is
incentive. It's
yes.
an incentive.
So income disparity is there. And again, the another part is income inequality. A large income differential may indicate the crime is comparatively rewarding activity for the very low income group that may find a lot of to steal from the very rich. Always the poor will think because he could not have a square meal in a day. And at that time, he was forced to steal because of the unemployment, because of the frustration, because of the lack of love and affection in the family. And they will steal from the small things. And later on, they'll steal by breaking the house also. So, nevertheless, empirical study shows that no systematic relationship between the income inequality and crime, strictly speaking. But several studies find out that greater income inequality leads to the increase in crime. The empirical studies make it clear. There is a lot of inequality would be there in the salaries, and at that instance, definitely there is the increase of the crime is there. For instance, you take an example. And you heard also in the WhatsApp group, a Muallim who works in the journalism department and she was killed. By whom?
By her house girl.
Why she killed the house girl? House girl killed the boss. There would be certain strong reason would be there. Either she wants to see the house girl is not that much a sane girl. Can you kill a egg laying hen? You enjoy the egg laying hen, golden egg laying hen, kill a siku, instead of her killing it. Am I right?
Yes, Prof.
Did you understand my question first? A golden egg laying hen is there in your house. You enjoy the kill a siku, one golden egg, instead of killing it. Can you enjoy if you killing it, the golden egg?
No.
Answer is no. The house girl should have to enjoy the life. But I don't know why, who gave that idea to kill her to take the money. It is a wrong idea. Perhaps the Machumba or that fellow or anybody, they made it such a thing.
That means she killed her boss because she want to get money.
Number one. Number two, if you treat the house girl like a own daughter, does she kill?
No, probably no. Good
Answer is
relationship
no.
between the boss.
Because the love and affection will give the any human being. She treats me like my child and her child, and hence nobody could dare enough to do a particular thing. But when you are always quarreling with her, making her, now you are not doing this thing, you are not cleaning this thing, you are making this thing, you are making this thing. But I came to know that she is working more than some 10 years or 15 years. But anyway, there are various factors are there, and hence when your low income group is there, please give the money at the time of the Christmas, give the money at the time of any festival, give the money at the time of their birthday, give the money at the time of their marriage day, because they feel very happy and they don't steal. Am I right?
Yes, Prof.
Never treat a house girl as a slave. You treat as she is one of your member. What you eat, give the same thing to her. Amna kiporo. What is meant by kiporo? Kingrasa sema. Okay, only 5 minutes are left. Then unemployment. Unemployment is also a big cause for the causing the many people, those who are graduated from the university, Kuchoma, is it Kuchoma? Mahindi.
I don't know, Prof. I don't remember person.
I'm not speaking with the person. Those who could not get the employment, could they steal it? Answer is no. Tell me, if you are an employee, could you steal?
No, Prof.
You do your own business. So another factor is education and various demographic variables. Is age is there, gender is there, race is there. Generally, the woman will not do, but generally men will do. But sometimes with the greediness, women also kill another woman, and the race also there. And the private enforcement is there. You have to better door your locks, video cameras, and keep the dog, keep your gun, barking dogs, and sign symbols. These are all the other measures to try to keep their own property. And there is no ordinance requiring the all homeowners to keep a gun in their home. A government should have to keep every house owner should be have a right to keep the gun in their house. Of course, I don't know whether it works or not. How might this work increase your security? How might this work decrease your security? Can the government give the each one gun? Then the crime rate will be reduced or increased.
Will be increased, Prof.
Suppose the safety is there, then it will be decreased. If the safety not using for the safety, but robbing the other people, yes. Even a knife is there. Knife is good to chop the onions. Knife is also bad to cut the throat. Am I right?
Yes, Prof.
A blade is there to shave your bad and to cut the slit the larynx throat or make the incision. Is it clear?
Clear, Prof.
So in the last class tomorrow, I will lead the economics of the legal process. It is already I posted you one book, that is the economic law and punishments, crime and punishment. That book I already sent you in the email. I don't know whether you.
Please, I didn't get the same because I think you didn't correct a slight error that was in my email, so I didn't get them. Then
What
I
is that?
texted you back if
I already rectified. I sent you back and you received it.
not yet, Prof. I
No,
can
you
even
received it.
view it.
Okay, get from your classmates.
Okay, I tried to send them, but sometimes
You get
emails
from
when
your
they don't do.
classmates.
Okay, Prof, I'll do it.
You have to use the alternative method.
Yes, but even the other day, I just asked his sister, then she gave me, and
You
I did
can
the
take
same.
from your classmates.
Sure, Prof. That's why I told you the other time I take them from Sister Chuma.
Yes, yes, you can take from them because you are. And the two times I sent you the same thing. Instead of
Okay.
gmail.com, I wrote some other thing. That's why that you could not get it. But other files that you got it. Is it clear?
Okay, Prof.
At any time,
Clear,
the
Prof.
Cisco WebEx may stop now. And the tomorrow is the last class. Means tomorrow means next class is mine.
Then, Prof. The next class I think is on Saturday. And they
Yes,
said
that
else
is the
we agreed
last
that we are going
class.
to. Sure. So tomorrow we're not going to have session.
See, when I say tomorrow means
The next class.
that is the meaning. A man
Okay,
with the
Prof.
same
Okay.
person could understand it.
Sure, Prof.
Yeah, with this that I would like to stop because Sikiliza mimi darasa, asante sana na shukuru sana, Mungu akubariki na kukulinda.